All right, we are here with Hellen Hoffner, who we talked about with a few years ago about the Rosary Collector's Guide. And you have a new book coming out called Catholic Traditions and Treasures. This is like the PDF of it. It's coming out later this year. First, remind us a little bit about the Rosary Collector's Guide.
It's an antique roadshow look at rosaries. There are many wonderful prayer books on the rosaries, but this is one similar to an antique roadshow fashion. It talks about different types of crosses, different types of beads.
See, there's all kinds of beautiful rosaries in there. And, you know, at a place like this, you see so many different rosaries, but there's so many traditions, too. There's ethnic traditions, there's cultural traditions, and the rosaries that are in the book, they reflect all these different ethnic and cultural traditions.
They do, and the more we're showing the book to people, there's a beautiful lasso rosary that divides in two that's used in weddings in Mexico, used in the Philippines, and it's a tradition that people from other cultures don't know about. And I think the more that we show it, people think what a wonderful idea, and it's kind of gaining popular with other groups. There's military rosaries.
Well, I know Father Pacqua has the rosary, which are all made of 22s.
Yeah.
Bullets. So there's all different types. Although the type of rosary is less important than using it.
Yes.
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 But there's some beautiful rosary. There's
there's a wedding
rosary.
one. Yes.
Let me get a picture of that.
During some ceremonies, one full rosary goes around the neck of the bride, one goes around the groom, and there are prayers said. Sometimes you see these with actually 3 full rosaries. They all join together at the cross. And when you have 3, you put it around the neck of the bride and groom during the ceremony. But later at the reception, you take them apart, and one rosary is given to the parents of the bride, one's given to the parents of the groom to ask them to pray for the young couple, and then the young couple keeps the 3rd one in their home.
That's a great idea. Now tell us about the new book.
So the new book, and I only just have a picture of the cover right now. I'm going to actually have the book in my hands in 2018.
It's Catholic Traditions and Treasures, an illustrated encyclopedia. So another reference book. So you are our reference book guru for the faith. So what kind of that's got to be an incredible amount of work for that.
Well, the fun part about this book, you were mentioning a few minutes ago about praying to St. Anthony if something's lost. This looks at traditions like praying to St. Anthony when we lose something. How did that get started? And what part did St. Anthony play in that tradition? Things like, a lot of people put a statue of the Blessed Mother in the window if they need good weather for a wedding or a special day. How did that get started? Of course, the one about why do we bury a statue of St. Joseph? And then some fun ones, like why do Trappist monasteries sell beer? So it's the traditions and...
Well, obviously, because in heaven there is no beer.
And that's one thought.
But so all of these cute little traditions that we've heard about, we've talked about, but we haven't really thought about, you've gone and researched them.
It was so interesting to research them. You know, I had this picture of the Holy Family. I work at Holy Family University in Philadelphia, and there was a picture that hangs in our chapel and so forth. I had a small copy of it, and I said to one sister there, what did she know about it? She said, oh, that's the wedding gift. And she told me a beautiful story about how in the early days of the college, when girls who graduated got married, they were given this copy of the picture. Now bring the Holy Family into your own family. So it was fun. That's sort of a local tradition. But it was fun finding the background between the more well-known traditions, like burying the St. Joseph statue and so forth.
All right, so this first book, again, is the Rosary Collector's Guide.
Yes.
The second book is Catholic Traditions and Treasures. That's coming out later this year. Dr. Hellen Hoffner, thank you so much for your time. And where can we find these books?
They're both available right now on BarnesandNoble.com, Amazon, and many other bookstores.
And you were the first person I've interviewed today who mentioned Barnes & Noble first, so they'll be so grateful. Thank you so much for your time.